Now at 5, we'll hear from the mayor of Miami about the return of flooding issues in the town. Plus, second graders in Neosho, Missouri showcase their green thumb with a Bloom Festival. And a decade of donations. We'll see how a Joplin car dealership marks its 10-year partnership with the Ronald McDonald House.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
All of the recent rain is causing a reoccurring problem in Miami, Oklahoma to show back up: flooding. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. Riverview Park is still underwater, though officials say levels are lowering. Highway 125 has been closed due to water over the roadway, but is expected to reopen tomorrow afternoon. Now, the mayor of Miami, Bless Parker, says the GRDA is a large reason the town has had so many flooding issues.
We encourage people not to drive into water. Don't drive around barricades. Right now, that's a lot of what our city crew is doing, is putting out barricades and trying to make sure that we keep the community safe by not driving into water.
Mayor Parker also says the flooding and logjam on the Neosho River is a contributing factor. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at your forecast.
Well, finally, we've cleared out, at least for the time being. You can see sun's back out. We have a break from all of the severe weather that we've seen. Temperatures getting up to the upper 70s out there as well, and winds are very light today. We don't really see anything else going on tonight. There is that possibility of a stray shower moving through, especially in the Kansas area. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. We are still under a flood watch for our Oklahoma and Arkansas counties as well, and that is until 7 p.m. on Sunday. We do have a few more rounds of storms rolling in this weekend, but like I said, tonight we're mostly clear. Clouds do roll in. We've got some storms coming in early on Saturday that we'll take a look at, and I'll show you all those details in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Second grade students at George Washington Carver Elementary in Neosho embraced their entrepreneurial spirit today. Students took part in the school's annual Bloom Festival by hosting a farmer's market. The Bloom Festival helps students learn about issues bees face and learn how to grow pollinator-friendly plants. Students help plan and organize the event, which features plants they grew themselves and other student-made crafts for the public to purchase.
They came up with hosting the Bloom Festival again and selling plants and pollinator flowers that are native to our area that can really help with the reproduction of bees.
I helped plant and write the tags. It makes me feel good that I know people actually like the stuff that we make.
Proceeds from this year's festival will go to help with medical expenses for the son of a 4th grade teacher at the school. 10 years ago, Frank Fletcher Subaru made its first donation to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of the 4 states. Today marked a decade of annual contributions, this one worth $22,000. In total, they've given nearly $170,000. There was also a ribbon cutting with the Joplin Chamber of Commerce to commemorate the 10-year partnership.
So there's a lot of momentum that has been building over the last 10 years, and so today this donation collectively puts us at $170,000 over the last decade, and so we're really excited about that. And what's nice about this is money that just comes directly into the house to serve the families of the 4 states.
The money comes from the Subaru Share the Love event. Donald Trump's 2016 campaign press secretary testified today in the former president's criminal hush money trial. The jury also saw and heard some of Trump's responses to the infamous Access Hollywood tape. Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
As former President Trump left court Friday afternoon, he used it as a campaign stop.
Our country has gone to hell. We're a nation in decline.
But he didn't comment about testimony from one of his closest aides, his 2016 campaign press secretary, Hope Hicks. Friday, Hicks broke down on the stand while being questioned by Trump's lawyers, and the judge ordered a short break. Earlier, she told jurors about the Trump Inner Circle reaction when the Access Hollywood tape was released a month before Election Day. Judge Merchan has ruled jurors will not see or hear the tape, but they read the transcript in which Trump was caught saying he could grab women by their private areas. From the stand, Hicks testified he said that didn't sound like something he would say. The early strategy was deny, deny, deny. She went on to tell jurors there was consensus among us all that the tape was damaging and this was a crisis. Hicks also testified Trump told her his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, paid porn star Stormy Daniels to protect him from a false allegation, saying he did it out of the kindness of his heart. Hicks told the jury, "I would say that would be out of character for Michael. I don't know Michael to be an especially charitable person."
She's there so that she can say to the jurors, yes, this was about trying to make sure that the public did not hear this story before the election. What the defense is going to try and do is say, are you sure you understood? Are you sure you were there for the key moments?
On the stand, Hicks also said Trump was concerned about his wife Melania Trump's reaction to the Access Hollywood tape. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The judge also clarified today the former president's gag order does not prevent him from testifying. Universities across the country are calling in the police more and more to clear out pro-Palestinian encampments, but the demonstrators say they will continue to protest the war between Israel and Hamas. Administrators say they are trying to ensure the safety of their campuses, especially as graduation ceremonies are set to begin. Still ahead, new tech for a life-saving checkup.
Colonoscopies are one of the most important medical checkups you should get as you grow older. I'm Michael George with how AI is being used to make the tests more accurate.
Plus, the results of a new study on how long COVID impacts children of different ages. Those stories next in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, long COVID in children varies with age, and that's according to a new study presented at the Pediatric Academic Society's meeting. While different age groups shared many common prolonged COVID-19 symptoms like headaches, low energy, and trouble concentrating, researchers found changes in smell or taste were more often described by teens and young adults. Very young children had more general symptoms. A colonoscopy is one of the most important medical checkups for anyone over 45. And now some doctors are using artificial intelligence to make the procedure more accurate. Michael George shows us how it works.
Kind of follows the gastroenterologist during the procedure.
Charlene O'Blennis is finally taking a step she's been putting off for years, getting a colonoscopy.
One, because I was due for one, and then also I have an uncle that passed away from colon cancer.
But this won't be a typical colonoscopy. During the procedure, doctors will have help from an AI.
It's basically eyes that are watching the entire colonoscopy in real time, not getting tired, not kind of missing anything on the screen.
Hackensack University Medical Center gastroenterologist Dr. Rosario Ligresti says the AI, called GI Genius, can catch something a doctor may miss.
We could turn on the artificial intelligence at this time.
Dr. Ligresti says it doesn't replace doctors, it gives them an extra set of eyes.
It'll put a big green box right around what it thinks is a polyp, and oftentimes extremely accurately.
Colon cancer is one of the most preventable and treatable kinds of cancers if caught early. Doctors recommend anyone 45 and older get screened. But colon cancer rates among younger people are rising.
So far, her colonoscopy looks quite normal.
Fortunately, in Charlene's case, there were no major issues.
I think it's great technology, and it's more of a benefit to have versus not having.
It's possible one day all colonoscopies will be done with an AI in the room. Michael George, CBS News, Hackensack, New Jersey.
The hospital received the AI program through a grant aimed at helping low-income and underserved communities get access to health care. Congressional lawmakers held a hearing on ways to improve maternal health. A new report from the CDC found maternal mortality rates in the U.S. did improve in 2022 after an alarming spike during the pandemic in 2021. But they're still much higher than in other wealthy countries and disproportionately affecting Black women. And that's a look at today's health news. A little later, a warning from the health experts about this year's tick season.
And we've got some storms rolling in early tomorrow morning that we'll talk about in the next 20 minutes. Well, today has been pretty nice. We'll take a look outside at the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort camera. You can see some clouds here and there, but for the most part, it's been a really nice day today. Thankfully, from the break of storms that we've had the last week, we've had a lot of storms moving through. Unfortunately, that is short-lived, our nice little break. We've got some more rounds of storms coming in this weekend, not to mention we've got a flood watch for our Oklahoma and Arkansas counties as well until 7 p.m. on Sunday. So through that time, we'll have about 3 rounds of storms moving in. Not too severe, not like what we've seen the last week, but there could be some severity with these storms. They're strong right now, what we're seeing, and as you've seen this week, those strong storms can spark up. Just take a look at what happened yesterday. We had that tornado out in Joplin. I know I was right next to it. Heard the sirens, look outside. There was about 1:40 p.m. We had a tornado touchdown and it jumped around. Springfield has not surveyed that tornado, but as of right now, they're saying it's about an EF0, but there was some damage to houses and even the airport I read. Now, we've got some storms moving in early tomorrow morning that we'll be taking a look at, but for the rest of the night, it's going to be pretty clear. Temperatures drop down to the low 60s tonight. We may see a stray shower moving through, but nothing severe tonight. Tomorrow, we have that low risk, and like I said, it's just a low risk, but with those storms that we've had this past week being in a low risk, it doesn't really exclude the fact that we could see some severe threat. Sunday even lower than tomorrow, so we're not really expecting severe threat this weekend, but we could see those storms spark up. So if you're planning your day tomorrow, scattered storms starting very early around 3, 4 in the morning, and they'll continue on until about noon. They start to clear out. It'll be mostly cloudy for the rest of the day after that, but that main threat of storms will be moving in earlier in the morning. So let's take a future look at the track. This is starting tonight. Like I said, we may have that stray shower moving through, but nothing crazy, nothing severe. It'll be pushing out in those western counties pretty early, but these are that round of storms that I'm looking at that are coming in tomorrow morning. So about 4 a.m. they start to push into our western counties, Yates Center, Parsons, and as of right now, it's an MCS mesocyclone system moving through. And it starts to weaken as it moves across that Missouri-Kansas border. So by the time it hits Joplin, some more scattered thunderstorms, maybe a strong storm still in that, but the likelihood by the time it hits Joplin that will be strong storms is slim. Now, tomorrow, again, another round right after that first round comes in the early morning. We've got another round moving through later in the morning. It's about 10:30 a.m. Like I said, nothing too severe, nothing too strong. And then we'll clear out for most of the day. This is Saturday, 8 p.m. Still some clouds, but overall, not too bad. I'll be here in the morning and be watching these storms. If anything happens, I'll be the first to alert. And we've got some more storms rolling in on Sunday. Now, few more days of these strong thunderstorms. Monday night into Tuesday morning, even stronger severe threat. But looks of next weekend, it could be pretty nice starting Friday.
Yeah, next weekend we're going to hear a lot of lawnmowers out there.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'd like to see that break of storms.
Well, we need at least one day to dry out so that you can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
But with all the rain we're getting, it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, experts around the country are expecting another busy tick season and urging people to take precautions while spending time outdoors. Madeline Wright has more.
Sunny day. Every week, Amy Teal takes a walk in the park to get exercise. But at one point in her life, she was afraid to even go outside.
I love to be outside, and I really just did not want to get bitten again.
Several years ago, she was diagnosed with Lyme disease and babesiosis, 2 tick-borne illnesses that changed the course of her life.
The left side of my face was paralyzed for about 2 weeks. So I had Bell's palsy, and it just got so bad that I became incapacitated, and I could not function anymore. I had to quit my work.
Quit her work as an actress to focus on her recovery. The Delaware County Health Department is taking the tick threat seriously. On Tuesday, specialist Chad Kennard dragged a net through a state park to collect as many ticks as he could.
And see if we got anything.
They'll be sent to be tested for diseases.
We collected over 5,000 ticks last year, so that's kind of indicative of how this year is probably going to go.
As tick season ramps up, Amy Teal wants people to know prevention is key. Use insect repellent and check your body for ticks after outdoor activities.
Early recognition of a tick bite, getting to a doctor quickly, and getting it recognized and diagnosed early.
Through her organization, the Pennsylvania Lyme Resource Network, she spearheaded the installation of 500 tick warning signs across the state.
Really, we just don't want to see you get sick.
Equip yourself with knowledge, she says, to enjoy the outdoors safely. Madeline Wright, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Well, coming up, what a new report shows about the unemployment rate for the month of April. Topping today's Consumer Watch, Rue 21 is hitting the road. The teen apparel mall chain announced it is going out of business and shutting down all 540 of its stores. The business filed for bankruptcy this week, the third time it has done so in its existence. Rue 21 is roughly $200 million in debt and was not able to rebound from when it declared bankruptcy in 2017. Rue 21 has nearly 5,000 employees nationwide. Well, the latest jobs report out today reveals fewer jobs were added in April than expected. The unemployment rate increased slightly to 3.9%. Natalie Brand has a look at which sectors added jobs and why economists say the slowdown may not be a bad thing.
Hiring cooled down last month with April numbers showing 175,000 jobs were added. That's below what economists had expected.
A slowdown in the labor market may seem like bad news, but it's actually good because people won't spend as much and they won't keep prices high.
Gains occurred in sectors including healthcare and transportation, but a wave of layoffs has hit the tech industry, from Google to Peloton to Tesla. The automaker announced in April it's cutting more than 10% of its global workforce, faced with slumping electric vehicle sales. That includes an estimated 2,600 layoffs in Austin, Texas, where Tesla is headquartered.
This is going to have a direct impact in their livelihood, how they're able to make ends meet for the families that they are supporting.
Economists say key trade skills are still in high demand.
When we look at this top 10 list of jobs, we see that these are really the core jobs of the American economy. You know, nursing, electricians, mechanics. These are jobs that are so common. You can find them in pretty much every city.
The online hiring platform Indeed says healthcare, manufacturing, and construction are poised to see continued strong growth. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Economists say what happens with the economy in the coming months will drive the Federal Reserve's decision on whether to cut interest rates in the fall. Gas and propane stoves may be hazardous to your health. According to the study's authors, gas stoves produce unsafe levels of nitrogen dioxide, which poses a potential health risk. Researchers say people get 75% of their yearly limit for nitrogen dioxide from a gas stove. Electric stoves, meanwhile, do not produce nitrogen dioxide emissions. Final check of the forecast is next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how a child's random act of kindness taught a millionaire the meaning of true wealth. And then on KOAM News at 6, the Wildcat Glades Nature Group hosts a rummage sale fundraiser. Plus, we'll have more on the Bloom Festival organized by Neosho, Missouri second graders. And the MIAA baseball tournament begins. We'll have highlights of Missouri Southern's matchup with Northwest Missouri. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Well, the first day of Cowtown Days in Baxter Springs kicks off in the next 30 minutes. Vendors have been setting up for the past few hours, and tonight those who attend will get a free hot dog and will be able to enjoy a live concert. The rest of the weekend will hold activities for all ages, and for those who want to spend the extra money, helicopter rides. Sounds like they should have decent weather when it's going.
What time did you say
Tonight's from 6 to 9 and then 9 to 5 tomorrow.
Perfect timing, actually, because those storms tomorrow coming in around 3 a.m., lasting until closer to noon, but still majority of that event should be clear. Then we have another round of storms coming in Sunday morning, but those will continue most of the day. More widespread scattered thunderstorms Sunday, and a little bit more intense line of storms Saturday morning. But I'll be here, so
all right,
watching
keeping an
those
eye
storms.
on things.
Yeah.
You know where to go. All right, well, thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and of course, we'll be right back here for KOAM News at 6, and we'll see you then. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.